Good morning. I am myself Dr. Chandrasekhar Bangarwar, Professor, Department of Kriya Sharir, SRM, State of Ayurvedic College, Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. Friends, we are studying about the resistance and immunity. Regarding resistance, we have seen that resistance is the ability to ward off the disease through body's defense mechanism. We have also seen that there are two types of resistance: non-specific resistance, which is also known as innate defense; specific resistance, also known as immunity. So far, we have seen what innate defense or what non-specific resistance is. Now today, let us see about the specific resistance or immunity. Let us see, immunity is basically a specific resistance. Non-specific resistance does not depend on what kind of a virus or which kind of a bacteria it is, or which toxins, which foreign tissue cells, etc. It is a general response of the body to combat against the pathogens. But in the specific resistance is a specific for different types of the bacteria, different types of the viruses, different types of the toxins, different types of the foreign tissue material, etc. So that is the difference between the non-specific and specific resistance. Regarding immunity, we should remember what is immunity. The ability of the body to defend itself against specific invading agent such as bacteria and viruses and foreign tissue is called specific resistance and immunity. What is immunology? The branch of science that deals with the responses of the body when challenged by antigen is called immunology. The immune system includes cells and tissue that carry out immune responses. Specific resistance is also called immunity, develops a specific reaction against specific invader. Immunity occurs slowly in comparison with non-specific resistance and involves activation of specific lymphocytes that can combat the specific invader. Immunity has specificity, means it can distinguish between the self and non-self molecules. It can recognize that pathogen. One more thing, immunity has memory for most previously encountered molecules, so that second encounter prompts an even more rapid and vigorous response. Antigens. What are antigens? The substances that are recognized as a foreign and provoke or initiate or stimulate immune response is called antigen. Entire microbe or a part of microbe act as an antigen. Bacterial toxins such as flagella, capsule, cell wall are antigenic. Non-microbial examples are chemicals, components of the pollen, egg white, incompatible blood cells. They are also called as the antigens. Now, T cell and B lymphocytes. The cells that develop immunocompetence, means the ability to carry out immune responses, are lymphocytes called B cell and T cell. Both the cells develop in primary lymphatic organs, that is in red bone marrow and thymus, from pluripotent stem cells that originate in the red bone marrow that we have seen during hematopoiesis. Now B cell complete their development in red bone marrow. T cell develop in pre-T cell that migrate from the red bone marrow and into the thymus. T cell makes several proteins and insert it in the cellular plasma, some of which work as antigen receptor capable to recognize antigen. T cell exit thymus as CD4 or CD8 cells. CD4 and CD8 are two types of the proteins which have different functions. Now, type of immune response. There are two types of immune response. One is cell-mediated immune response and second one is antibody-mediated immune response. In cell-mediated immune response, reactions CD8 T cells proliferate into cytotoxic T cells that directly attack the invading agents. In antibody-mediated immune response, B cells transform into plasma cells which synthesize and secrete specific proteins called antibodies or immunoglobulins. CD4 T cells becomes helper T cell and aids both type of the immune responses. Now, difference between cell-mediated immunity and antibody-mediated immunity. Cell-mediated immunity is effective in number one, pathogens which are inside the cells like viruses, bacteria and fungi. Number two, cancer cells, and number three, foreign bodies. That means this reaction involves cell attacking cells. In antibody-mediated immune response, works against number one, antigens in the body fluids. Number two, extracellular pathogens like viruses, bacteria and fungi which are outside the cells. Now antigens have two characteristics. Number one, they have immunogenicity, is the ability of antigen to stimulate an immune response by stimulating the production of specific antibodies, the proliferation of specific T cells or both. It has got the reactivity, is the ability of the antigen to react specifically with the antibody or cells it provoked. What are epitopes? Epitopes are small part of the large antigen molecules, act as trigger for immune responses. Entry of antigens. Antigen that get past the non-specific responses enter lymphatic tissue by one route. Number one, may be through injured blood vessel or get trapped in the spleen. Number two, penetrate skin, enter the lymphatic vessel and lodge in the lymph nodes, or penetrates mucous membrane as entrapped in the mucosa associated lymphatic tissue. Chemical nature of antigens. Antigens are large complex molecules. Most often they are proteins, nucleic acids, lipoproteins, glycoproteins, and some polysaccharides can act as an antigen. T cell respond to antigen made up of the proteins, but B cell respond to antigen made up of proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. Haptens. Haptens are similar substances that have only reactivity and are lack of immunogenicity. It means haptens do not have the ability to provoke an immune response by stimulating the production of specific antibodies, the proliferation of the specific T cell or both, but has only the ability of the antigen to react specifically with the antibodies or cells it provoked. Major histocompatibility complex. Located in the plasma membrane of the body cells are major histocompatibility complex antigens or MHC antigens. Every person has own unique MHC antigen and are present in the surface of the body cells except RBCs. There are two types of MHC antigens. Class 1 are built into plasma membrane of all body cells except RBC. Class 2 molecules appears on the surface of antigen presenting cells. Antigen processing. Antigen proteins are broken down into peptide fragments that then associated with MHC molecules. Then antigen MHC molecule complex is inserted into plasma membrane of the body cells. This reaction is called antigen presenting. B cells can recognize and bind to the antigen in lymph, interstitial fluid, and blood plasma. T cells only recognize fragments of the antigenic protein that are presented by the antigen presenting. Now antigen processing and presenting occurs in the two ways. Processing of exogenous antigen. Processing of the endogenous antigens. Now, first processing of the exogenous antigen. Foreign substances are present outside the body cells are called exogenous antigens. They include intruders such as the bacterial toxins, parasitic worms, inhaled pollens and dust, viruses that have not infected a body cell. Special class of antigen presenting cells process and present exogenous antigen includes dendritic cells, macrophages and B cells. Antigen presenting cells migrate from the tissues via lymphatic vessels to the lymph nodes. Now these are the steps of processing and presenting exogenous antigens. Number 1, ingestion of antigen. Number 2, digestion of antigen into peptide fragment. Number 3, synthesis of the MSC2 molecule. Number 4, fusion of the vesicles. Number 5, binding of the peptide fragment to MSC2 molecules. Number 6, insertion of antigen MSC2 complex into the plasma membrane. After processing an antigen, the antigen presenting cell migrates to lymphatic tissue to present antigen to T cell. In lymphatic tissue, T cell recognize and bind to the antigen fragment and MSC2 molecule complex, triggers either cell mediated to antibodies mediated immune response. This reaction informs T cells that intruders are present in the body cells, that combative reaction should be begin. Now processing of the endogenous antigens. Foreign substances that are synthesized inside the body cells are endogenous antigens. Such antigens may be viral proteins by viruses, infected cells, and takes over the cell's metabolic machinery and create abnormal proteins. Fragments of endogenous antigens associated with MSC1 molecules. Then this combination moves to the plasma membrane where it is presented at surface of the cells. This indicates that cells have been infected and need help. Now there are some cytokines. What are the cytokines? Cytokines are small protein hormones that participate in many cells' functions. Lymphocyte and antigen presenting cells secrete cytokine, as do fibroblasts, endothelial cells, monocytes, hepatocytes and kidney cells. These cytokines regulate activities of the cell involved in non-specific defenses or immune responses. Cytokine therapy is used to treat many diseases. These cytokines, total there are 13 cytokines: interleukin 1, interleukin 2, interleukin 4, interleukin 5, tumor necrosis factor, transforming growth factor beta, gamma interferon, alpha beta interferons, lymphotoxins, perforin, macrophage migration inhibiting factor, granzymes, granulosin. Let us see one by one. Interleukin 1 is produced by monocytes and macrophages, promote proliferation of the helper T cell, act as a hypothalamus to cause fever. Interleukin 2 is secreted by helper T cells, stimulate the proliferation of T cells, B cells and cytotoxic T cells, activate natural killer cells. Now interleukin 4 is produced by activated helper T cell, co-stimulator of the B cells. They cause plasma cells to secrete IgE antibodies, promote growth of the T cells. Interleukin 5 produced by certain activated CD4 T cells and activated mast cells. Co-stimulator for B cells cause plasma cell to secrete IgA antibodies. Tumor necrosis factor produced by macrophages stimulate accumulation of the neutrophils and macrophages at the site of inflammation and stimulate their killing of the microbes. Stimulate macrophages to produce interleukin 1, induce synthesis of the colony stimulating factor by endothelial cells and fibroblasts, exert on interferon-like protective effect against viruses and function as an endogenous pyrogen to induce fever. 6 is transforming growth factor beta, secreted by T cells, macrophages and macrophages has some positive effect but is thought to be important for turning off immune responses, inhibit proliferation of the T cells and activation of the macrophages. Gamma interferon is secreted by helper T cell and cytotoxic T cells and natural killer cells. Strongly stimulate phagocytosis by neutrophils and macrophages, activate natural killer cells, enhances both cell-mediated and antibody-mediated immune responses. These are functions. Alpha and beta interferon produced by the virus-infected cells to inhibit viral reapplication in unaffected cells. Produced by antigen-stimulated macrophage to stimulate T cell growth, activate natural killer cells, inhibit cell growth, and suppress formation of some tumors. Lymphotoxins. They are secreted by cytotoxic T cells, kills infected target cells by activating enzymes that cause fragmentation of the DNA. Perforin is secreted by cytotoxic T cell and natural killer cells, perforate cell membrane of the infected target cells, which cause cytolysis. Now, macrophage migration inhibiting factor is produced by cytotoxic T cells, prevent macrophages from leaving site of the infection. Granzymes are secreted by cytotoxic T cells and natural killer cells, cause infected target cells to undergo apoptosis. Granulocin is secreted by cytotoxic T cells, create hole in the microbial plasma membrane that kills microbes. This is about the general introduction of the immunity. Now, there are two types of immunity, cell-mediated immunity and antibody-mediated immunity. Let us see cell-mediated immunity. A cell-mediated immune response starts with the activation of small number of T cells by specific antigen. Once a T cell is activated, it undergoes proliferation and differentiation into clone of the effector cell, a population of cells that can identify antigen and carry out immune attack. Finally, immune response results in the elimination of the intruders. Activation, proliferation and differentiation of the T cells. When antigen enters the body, only few T cell receptors can recognize and bind to the antigen. Antigen recognition involves surface protein T cell, CD4 or CD8 proteins. These proteins interact with MSC antigen and help maintain TCR-MSC coupling. Now, antigen recognition by TCR with CD4 and CD8 protein is the first signal in activation of the T cells. T cells get activated only when it binds to antigen, and second signal get when process known as costimulation starts. There are more than 20 costimulators like cytokines. Example is interleukin 1. Other costimulators includes pairs of the plasma membrane molecules, one on surface of T cell and other on surface of antigen presenting cells, that makes two cells to adhere for period of time. Different costimulators affect T cells in the different ways. Now, recognition without costimulator, prolonged state of inactivity called anergy of B cell and T cells. When T cell get two signals, antigen recognition and costimulation, it is activated. And actively T cells start to divide several times called proliferation, and for more highly specialized cells called differentiation. The result of this reaction is in formation of population of identical cells called clone that can recognize the same antigen. In first exposure, only few T cells recognize antigen, but in second exposure, when immune response begins, many T cells goes activation, proliferation, differentiation in secondary lymphatic organs and tissues. Now, there are three types of the T cells: helper T cells, cytotoxic T cell and memory T cells. First, helper T cell. T cell that displays CD4 proteins develop into the helper T cell and are also known as CD4 T cells. Inactive helper T cell recognize exogenous antigen fragment associated with MSC2 molecules at surface of an antigen presenting cell. Within hours, first costimulation helper T cell starts secreting many cytokines. One cytokine secreted by helper T cell is interleukin 2, which participates in all immune responses and trigger T cell proliferation. Interleukin 2 acts as a costimulator for resetting helper T cell and enhances activation proliferation of T cells, B cells and natural killer cells. Now cytotoxic T cells. T cells that display CD8 proteins develop into cytotoxic T cells are called CD8 T cells. Cytotoxic T cells recognize antigen combined with MSC1 molecule on the surface of body cell infected by microbes or some tumor cells or some cells of the tissue transplant. This follows antigen recognition and costimulation. In order to become activated, cytotoxic T cell require costimulation by interleukin 2 or other cytokines produced by the helper T cells. Maximal activation of the cytotoxic T cell requires presentation of antigen associated with both MSC1 and MSC2 molecules. Now memory T cells. This is third type of T cell. T cell that remains from a proliferative clone after cell-mediated immune response are termed as memory T cells. If pathogen of same antigen invade the body later, thousands of the memory cells initiate a reaction that occurs during the first invasion. Second response is so fast and vigorous that the pathogens are destroyed before any signs and symptoms of the disease can occur. Now elimination of the invader. Cytotoxic T cells are soldiers that march forth and do battle with foreign invader in cell-mediated immune responses. They leave secondary lymphatic organs and tissues and migrate to seek out and destroy infected target cells, cancer cells and transplanted cells. Now cytotoxic T cells recognize and attach to the target cells. Then cytotoxic T cells deliver a lethal hit that kills the target cells. Cytotoxic T cells kill infected target body cells much like natural killer cells do. The major difference in that cytotoxic T cells have receptors specific for a particular microbe and thus kill only a target body cells infected with particular type of microbe. Natural killer cells can destroy a wide variety of the microbes infected by the body cells. Now cytotoxic T cells have two principal mechanisms for killing infected target cells. Cytotoxic T cells using receptors on their surfaces recognize and bind to the infected target cells that have microbial antigen displayed on their surface. The cytotoxic T cells then release granzyme, protein digesting enzyme that trigger apoptosis. Once the infected cell is destroyed, the released microbes are killed by cytosis. Now alternatively, cytotoxic T cells bind to infected body cell and release two proteins from their granules. One is perforin and second one is granulosin. Perforin inserts into the plasma membrane of the target cells and creates a channel in the membrane. As a result, extracellular fluid flows into the target cells and cytolysis means cell bursting occurs. Other granules in the cytotoxic T cell release granulosin, which enters through the channels and destroys the microbes by creating a hole in their plasma membrane. Cytotoxic T cells may destroy target cells by releasing a toxic molecules, lymphotoxins, which activate enzymes in the target cells. these enzymes cause target cell's DNA to fragment and cell dies. In addition, cytotoxic T cells secrete gamma interferon, which attract and activate phagocytic cells and macrophage migration inhibition factors, which prevent migration of the phagocytes from the infected sites. After detaching from the target cell, a cytotoxic T cells can seek out and destroy another target cells. Thank you. So today we have seen the two main points regarding you may be asked a large amount of answer questions. 4 pages are expected from you. You may be asked the question about the general immunity, in which you have to write down the type of immunity, different cells involved in the immunity, and you may be asked about the cell mediated immunity, which is the function of actually T cells. Then how many types of T cells? What are the specific functions of the T cells? You may be asked. And you are expected to write the whole information about the T cell in the cell mediated immunity. Regarding immunity, type of immunity, then how immunity or immune process occurs inside the body, then information about the phagocytosis, how phagocytosis occurs, or information about the cytokines. There are 13 cytokines in the body. How these 13 different cytokines are produced by which cell in the body and what are their specific functions. You have to remember all these things. This immunity and cell mediated immunity is important. I am sure you are able to understand it. Many times you have to listen this video. You may have discussion among yourselves so that this immunity will get clear. Thank you very much.